In a battle that could shape the future of humanity, 5 tech titans, OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Elon Musk's xAI are locked in a high-stakes race to build artificial general intelligence. This isn't just about who has the smartest AI or the most powerful chips, it's about who will control the next era of civilization. Will it be OpenAI with its cutting-edge models, NVIDIA with its unrivaled compute power, or xAI disrupting the game entirely? The real question is, who will reach AGI first, and what happens when they do? OpenAI. OpenAI has been seen as a leader in the AGI race for a long time. It raised the bar for general-purpose language skills and sparked a new wave of interest in thinking multimodal AI and using tools as agents. With more than 200 million active users every week and a deep merger into Microsoft's Azure and Office ecosystems, OpenAI has a huge impact and a wide reach. In addition, the company has gotten a lot of extra money to work on AGI. With a market value of $300 billion and access to an Azure-based GPU cluster worth $11.9 billion, OpenAI has a lot of money to move its goal forward. But problems are getting worse. The company still relies on Microsoft's technology a lot, which makes people worry about its strategic independence. There are now legal problems, such as a public countersuit involving Elon Musk's xAI. Others say that OpenAI is benchmark hacking, maybe making models too good at certain metrics without really knowing them, because the release of GPT-5 has been pushed back to the middle of 2025. OpenAI's strengths are its technical leadership and its ability to get users involved. However, the company's future may depend on how well it can match the speed of innovation with governance, independence, and usefulness in the real world. Microsoft. Microsoft is an important part of the AGI ecosystem. It doesn't directly make models like OpenAI or DeepMind, but it does provide the base that many of these new ideas run on. Its up to $14 billion investment in OpenAI has made it the biggest winner from GPT technology. Bing, Copilot, Office, and Azure now all have powerful AI tools built in. Even though Microsoft is very close to OpenAI, it still has a lot of problems. At the moment, only about 4% of its income comes from services related to AI. This shows that there is a disconnect between investing in technology and making money. Microsoft also doesn't have its own AI chip design team, so it has to rely on NVIDIA and other hardware companies. Still, Microsoft's place as a leader in the cloud, its reach into businesses, and its addition of AI to its productivity suite make it an important enabler of AGI. If AI is going to change the way people live, Microsoft might be the company that brings it to billions of people. Google. Google's AGI plan is based on 2 main things: its huge ecosystem of products, including Search, Android, Gmail, and YouTube, and DeepMind's top-notch AI research. DeepMind is always pushing the limits of computer reasoning, algorithmic evolution, and multimodal intelligence with its Gemini models and big steps forward like AlphaDev, AlphaEvolve, and AlphaChip. Google also has a huge computing infrastructure, which includes its own tensor processing units, TPUs, and a growing partnership with NVIDIA GPUs. This makes it possible to train and use huge amounts of AI work at scale, all while keeping Google's global services closely connected. But the company was caught off guard by the rise of ChatGPT at first, and they're still trying to catch up in terms of how people see them. Google is investing in TPUs while also becoming more dependent on NVIDIA's hardware stack, which makes operations more difficult. Still, Google's AI-enhanced services reach more people every day than those of any other company. It may be the power to use AI in search, consumer apps, and mobile ecosystems that makes the difference. NVIDIA. Even though NVIDIA isn't making AGI models like OpenAI or DeepMind, it may have the most important thing in the race: a lot of computing power. NVIDIA is the most important part of today's AI stack. They have about 92% of the market share for AI training chips and are constantly releasing new GPUs like Blackwell. The company has grown beyond technology and just released its own open-source large language models, NVLM 1.0. This move shows a desire to build a bigger software environment that makes its hardware more valuable, rather than just being an arms dealer for AI. With a market value of more than $4 trillion, NVIDIA is a major player, but it depends a lot on AI demand staying high. The fast growth could be slowed down by a stop in training models or a switch to designs that work better. Still, NVIDIA will gain as long as AI models get more complicated. xAI. With its lightning-fast speed, Elon Musk's xAI has won the AGI race by storm. It quickly built the Colossus supercluster, which has between 100,000 and 200,000 NVIDIA H100 GPUs and is bigger than OpenAI and Meta's clusters. xAI's Grok 4 model says it can do better on reasoning tasks than graduate students. In 2025, the company hopes to release coding, multimodal, and video models as well. xAI is trying to show that it has different ideas than its rivals. Musk stresses that his ideas are in line with free speech and a more open approach to computing. Some people connect with this message, especially those who don't like how big tech handles control and ethics. But xAI has to deal with big problems. Grok has already caused trouble for writing racist things and not being able to moderate his writing. The company doesn't have a strong corporate adoption rate, doesn't have a commercial product line, and is still working to make enough money to stay in business. The recent departure of the CEO of X, formerly Twitter, which runs xAI's early products, could make the rollout even less stable. The world could be changed by xAI if it can turn its technology goals into real-world uses and trust. But for now, it's still a strong but unstable competitor. There are 5 main players in the AGI race, and each one is very good at different things. With Microsoft's technology behind it, OpenAI is the leader in advanced models like GPT-4. Microsoft is the leader in corporate integration, but it uses chips made by other companies. Google DeepMind combines top-level AI study with search and Android to reach people all over the world. With a 92% market share, NVIDIA's GPUs power almost all AI research. Elon Musk is in charge of xAI, which is a bold disruptor with a vision for open speech and a lot of computing power. However, it is not yet ready for business. In AGI, success will probably rest on how well computers, models, users, and trust work together. This means that working together is just as important as competing. Who is in charge right now? It's clear that NVIDIA is the winner when it comes to computing. Its chips are used by almost all of the big AI models out there. xAI is new, but it has quickly built up computing power at speeds that have never been seen before. OpenAI's GPT-4 is the most innovative model so far, while xAI's Grok 4 makes big claims. There is a lot of pressure from Google's Gemini model and NVIDIA's NVLM model. Microsoft and Google have the best business and consumer integration when it comes to deployment and reach. Microsoft makes money from business software, while Google runs Google Search, Android, and Gmail. When it comes to research breakthroughs, DeepMind keeps making important steps forward. Its Alpha Series studies aren't just about LLMs. They also look at algorithmic and scientific ways to solve problems. Overall, not a single company leads in every way. For each, they have found their own unique benefits and problems. The next part of the AGI race will be shaped by a number of important events. AGI benchmarking. Real-world, multi-domain benchmarks will show what the real powers are. Microsoft's worries about OpenAI's benchmark hacking show how review is becoming important and controversial. Infrastructure scaling. xAI's supercluster and NVIDIA's GPU cycle could make models bigger and more complicated than ever before. Hardware capability is becoming just as important as big steps forward in software. Commercialization. Microsoft and Google are ahead of the game when it comes to using AI to make money through business solutions. xAI needs to show that it can go beyond hype and make goods that can make money. The supposed consumer device from OpenAI, which was made with Apple's Jony Ive, could change how interfaces work, trust, and ethics. For AI to work in the real world, it needs to be safe and aligned. The problems with xAI's moderation and OpenAI's need to keep trust while coming up with new ideas quickly put ethics at the top of the AGI talk. Independence of the chip. OpenAI and Google are looking into custom chips. Broadcom, TPUs to use less NVIDIA. This shows a move toward cost-effectiveness and control over the supply line. Who do you think will win? The truth is that no single company will win the AGI race by itself. The environment depends on each other. It starts with NVIDIA making the hardware. OpenAI and DeepMind are the leaders in making models that are very smart. Microsoft and Google make AI a part of billions of people's daily lives. xAI questions the speed and direction of AGI progress from a philosophical point of view. Want more insights on AI, tech wars, and the future of humanity? Smash that subscribe button and join the conversation.